Hello everybody, Rogue Fox here, and welcome back to another Elder Scrolls Online video. In this video, I want to show you a new build that I am working on. So I would like to introduce to you Rollin of Valenwood, and this is my Wood Elf, and the story behind this is the Storm Atronach crates just came back out the other day, and I really wanted that Feather by Coquette hat. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it, but the Robin Hood hat that you see him wearing, I really wanted it just so I can make a Robin Hood build. Now, just to give some backstory, I've never used a Wood Elf, I've never used a bow before, so this will be my first build actually using the Wood Elf and then also a bow. And then for my skills, I'm going to be using Assassination, Shadow, and then I subclass Siphoning out for Soldier of Apocrypha. This build is still a work in progress, so there isn't going to be a guide or anything like that, but my goal here is to be able to use this character in PvE and PvP. So what I'm going to do, and you'll see it in just a moment, is take my character into Battlegrounds PvP to give it a spin. I want to try out my rotation, my moves, see how everything's working. Overland, everything seems to be working great, so I thought PvP would be the next best place to test it. And like I mentioned before, my builds aren't meant to be doing super crazy numbers, a bunch of kills, or things like that. More of a casual, having fun type of build. So again, this character is going to be something I can have fun with in PvE and PvP. What I'm going to try to do here is do some commentary over my Battlegrounds match that I did. This is going to be the third Battlegrounds match that I've done, and in the top left you can see I am level 20. I just unlocked Fate Woven Armor and applied it to my back bar. So I'm mainly practicing my rotation at the moment with the abilities that I want to use. I may make a couple tweaks here and there. There's some things I still need to unlock because I am level 20, but this is my first build that I've used where I actually go hidden. I'm just used to people seeing me and fighting them that way. So not too great at staying hidden. That's something I definitely need to work on. And like I said, mainly want to work on my rotation. And at the same time, I am aware this build is most likely not going to be able to take on a whole group of enemies. So I try to isolate this one here, but I'm still getting attacked. So you can see my health is dropping there. I'm attacking the person with the Chaos Ball, going after them. And then I'm able to take them out, pick it up, and then immediately die. Now, for my armor, I do have 5 pieces of Order's Wrath, but they are level 14 at the moment, and the enchantments I made are level 15, so therefore, I have no stamina enchantments on my gear whatsoever. So throughout this video, you will see that I am going to lose my stamina very, very quickly. So this person's coming, I go hidden, I kind of panic because I assume they see me. Again, I don't really go hidden. And then I start taking them on, and I start doing okay, but then if you watch my stamina, it quickly goes down there. I do have some stamina recovery on my necklace, and then on my rings, I have increased physical damage, and then it has a little bit of recovery as well. But as far as recovery goes, that's about it, and then whatever passives I have on at the moment. So pretty much a teammate comes and saves me there. I grab the Chaos Ball, run it back, and then I kind of hold on to it for a little while. So with that, I'll go and jump ahead to later in the match. For this part, I see somebody coming up from my left side, so I go ahead and buff, and then I cast Bloody Soul, which I scribed Major Breach to. So I have that, I attack them, and I'm pretty sure I have them, but it might be my teammate who finishes them off. At this point, I realize that I don't have the game chat open, so I can't see who is taking out who at the moment, but I will open it back up, and then here I just die from holding the Chaos Ball. This part is going to be right after I spawned in from when I died with the Chaos Ball, and I'm trying to help out my team here. I'm going to try to jump in. Again, I'm not quite sure if this is going to work for groups, but I try to single people out, so I go after the person with the lowest health, of course, get them there. I still don't have the game chat open yet, so you can't see the kills that I'm getting. I go after this person here, and I'm able to finish them off right here. And then I grab myself the Chaos Ball, and I'm trying to remember if I actually get all the way back with it. I do. So I run back. We have 2 more people here, and I'm pretty sure they go down as well. It looks like they're about to. Yes. Okay, so group effort, they go down, and then I'm holding onto the Chaos Ball for another good amount of time. And then I see someone here, and it looks like my health is low already. They go down, and then I just go back and pretty much die right now with the Chaos Ball, and that's where I figure out that I need to open up the game chat. And if we take a look here, it does look like I end up getting 3 kills. As soon as I spawn back in, I see there's some action going on to the left, and my team pretty much has it handled, and I'm able to hit this enemy right here with Bloody Soul, and am able to finish them off. Shortly after, 3 of their teammates come running down, as you see right here. I try to help as much as I can, but like I mentioned, with the build that I have, I use a vault right there to try to immobilize them and get myself out of this scenario. So I like vaults because it shoots you back 15 meters, but you can see that doesn't really help me at all because we get overran, and then I die right here. But like I was saying at the beginning of the video, I think this build is not going to be able to take on groups of enemies, but it's going to be better once I'm able to single people out. Again, I'm kind of playing around with this build, getting familiar with it, and seeing what works and what doesn't. So I try to single this person out here. I lose a lot of my health. Their teammate jumps in, but with me and my team, we're able to take them out, and I think the rest of their team has already been dealt with. So yeah, they're all gone. There's 2 left here, but they get dealt with as well. And that is that for this section. But again, all that to say, this build is probably going to be best for singling targets out. Here is another clip of me trying to attack a group. Again, just trying to see what I can and cannot do. I feel like I do a little bit better here. I take a big hit right there, and I use vaults again. You can see the people I immobilize, and I get myself out of there. But I figure I'm cooked, so I'm just going to try to take down whoever I can. And as you can see, I was not able to take down anybody. Once again, I am going after the group, but what I tried to do was try to get behind them so I can single them out, but I mostly wanted this person here to make them drop the ball, which I was successful with that. Have a little bit of a fight here. Don't know what I want to do. I just grab the Chaos Ball and hope for the best, and I die. Once I spawn back in, I see the action going on to my right, and then I cast Bloody Soul and finish this enemy off. And that's what I love about Bloody Soul, is that, 1, I'm able to apply bleed damage, I'm using Lingering Torment, and I'm applying Major Breach with it. I was thinking of using Mark Target, but the downside of Mark Target is it's only 1 person or enemy at a time. Bloody Soul, I can cast it on as many people as I'd like. Here, I try to cast it again, but the staircase, I'm looking right at it, so I miss. I kind of hesitate there. And with this fight, I had a lot of fun with this one. So you saw I used a vault, and whenever I use that, fighting up close, I kind of feel like Yoda jumping around during the lightsaber fight. So hopefully I can nail it down to where I can kind of confuse enemies where I'm up close, because I do have my up close moves, and then I can use vault to immobilize them and then get out of there, but also confuse them at the same time. At least that's the goal, in theory, is what I'm trying to do. So that worked out really well, and as you can see here, I'm just kind of playing around, trying to figure everything out again, and of course staying alive. There goes my stamina, there goes my health, and I don't know if I even have enough to heal myself all the way. I think I used a potion. I did. My stamina is now completely gone, but I'm hanging in there. So overall, I'm having a lot of fun with this build, and just like my other build on my Stamina Arcanist, I'm not trying to do, super crazy numbers or anything like that. Just casual playing, having fun. When I want to hop into Battlegrounds or Cyrodiil, I'm able to at least hang in there. So I've been doing a lot of Battlegrounds. Cyrodiil, not so much, but you can see all the damage I'm doing here, and then I eventually die. But yeah, this build, I am having a lot of fun playing it. And shortly after this, you can see the score is almost to 500, so in a few more points, we end up winning the game. But before the game ends, there is a little bit more action, so I'll show that right here. I use Vault once again. You can see everyone that I just immobilized, and that's the nice part about it, is when I fly back, I have the option to come back in with Ambush, which is my thinking behind it, or I stay back, use Light Attacks, use Scatter Shot. I eventually want to try Venomous Arrow once I unlock it, or cast Bloody Soul, so I do have some options just to kind of change it up and hopefully not be too predictable. But with that said, that is pretty much the end of the game. It's at 495 right now. I think we fight one more person right here at the top and just wait for the score to reach 500. And with that, that is the end of the game. And here's a better look at the scoreboard. So I finished first place on my team with 12 kills, 9 deaths, and 6 assists, which I think is pretty good. If we're looking at kills, Kitchen Cleaner definitely did a way better job there cleaning out the kitchen with 33 kills. So that looks like a pretty awesome build. I wonder what that would look like in deathmatch. That probably would have been crazy. But with my medals, I got 1 60-second carry, 2 30-second carries, 6 assists, 4 Chaos Hunter medals, and 8 Ball Bearer medals. But overall, I'm happy with the way this build is turning out. Again, I am level 20. I'm still trying to get things dialed in. I don't have all the moves that I would ideally like to use. But overall, I think I'm going in the right direction. And like I mentioned, I'm not trying to do super crazy numbers. I would love to do numbers like Kitchen Cleaner, and I'm sure there are builds out there for that. But this build, what I would like to do with it is, one, as you see here, be able to use it in PvP, but also be able to use it in PvE. So that is the goal for this build in particular. And that brings us to the end of the video. Rollin of Valenwood is still a work in progress, but I'm really happy with the progress that has been made thus far. The back bar I feel is pretty solid. The 5th slot is going to be the flex slot, which has Phantasmal Escape at the moment. So what I'm thinking, because I don't really need it in PvE that I can think of, so what I'm thinking of doing for PvE is putting Relentless Focus there, because the passive works on both bars wherever it's slotted, no matter what, and that frees up a slot on my front bar. So I still have moves to unlock. I would like to use Venomous Arrow, see how that works into my rotation. But if I don't have to put Relentless Focus on the front bar, I can put it on the back. So that's just my thinking out loud here. And I wanted to share this build early, just so you can get some inspiration for maybe your own Robin Hood build. Because, let's be honest, this is the only reason this build exists, is because I really wanted that Robin Hood hat, and therefore I had to make a Robin Hood-like character. Therefore, Rollin of Valenwood was born. But once I get things dialed in, I will share a guide for the complete build once I am happy with the way things are turning out. But with that being said, everyone, and this is going to be the end of today's video. I really hope you all enjoyed. This has been Rogue Fox, and I will see you in the next one.